Hi, friends and family. My name is Mr. Hearit, and this is our virtual open house. I am really sad that we don't actually get to do a real live open house because I really do love seeing all of your bright and shiny and sometimes nervous faces when you come and see our classroom for the first time. But the virtual open house will be okay for now. And in 1 week, I actually get to see you in person, and I am so excited for that. I can't tell you how excited I am just to be back in this classroom. I came in a couple weeks ago for the first time since March, and it felt super weird, but it also felt calm. It felt comfortable, and it felt amazing. And it just felt really great to just be back here and be back at Quincy Elementary. And I'm so excited for you to come in and join us in our new classroom that you have this year. So yeah, this is our virtual open house. We won't have a typical open house like we usually do, and that's okay. There's a lot of things that we would typically do in a year that we won't do this year, but there'll be a lot of things that we don't get to do that we didn't get to do on a typical year that we do get to do now because of all the opportunities that this like COVID-19 world that we're living in around allows us to be able to do. And I think just being positive about it and being open and just being honest with it is the best way to do it. And so I'm really excited to like go into this chapter of what we're doing with you and with your family, and I can't wait. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So obviously at Quincy, our room is C134, and we are in the dinosaur room. So our room is decked out in dinosaurs. So I'm really excited to show you my love for dinosaurs, and hopefully you like dinosaurs a little bit. So we have some commonality there, but it'll be cool. Even if you don't like dinosaurs, that's fine. I love lots of other things too, and I'll show you kind of like what I like here. So this is me. This is actually a picture of me at my wedding. That was 4 years ago. I couldn't really find a picture of just myself. I have a lot of pictures with my two kids and my wife, but I just wanted to give one picture of myself. That's my brother in the background there. I love that picture. So I just thought this was a fun picture. So yeah, so I'm a husband and a father. I love all sports. I love playing sports. I love being active outside. My favorite sport is to watch is football. My favorite sport to play right now is golf. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm a huge University of Michigan fan. I love University of Michigan football and basketball. I love watching all their sports. So go blue. I'm a handyman, kind of. I kind of picked that up the last couple of years. We just moved this summer to a new house, and we kind of flipped our house and did a lot of remodeling and things. So that's been kind of fun to learn those traits. Um, so yeah, I like to get my hands dirty and tear down walls and build it back up. It's been pretty fun. So yeah, like I said, I love dinosaurs. I'm a dinosaur enthusiast. I got lots of different dinosaurs in here. I'll kind of show you all those types of things that are in our classroom that have to do with dinosaurs here in a little bit. Math and science are my favorite subjects to teach. Math is very hands-on. Science is very hands-on too. And I'm excited to teach you those sweet things that we get to do for math and science this year. As you can see, I'm really excited for this year. So yeah, a little bit about my family. So these are these are some fun pictures of Theo and Eli. So Theo is 2 years old. He's in the blue here down the bottom left. We're at Home Depot there, and Eli is 6 months old. Until Friday. That's pretty cool. So he was born in February, so just before all the COVID stuff began. So he came into our life. And then my wife, Courtney, Mrs. Hearit, is on the right there with us in the family picture that we took this summer. So Theo is a wild man. He is awesome. He is so kind, so wild, but just he has such a loving heart. I just love him so much. Eli is coming into his own now, so he's starting to eat solid foods and all those things, and he's got a little personality now, so it's really cute. He's just starting to sit up, which is fun. So yeah, so they love going to Home Depot and to Lowe's with me to get work supplies and things like that. So, and Mrs. Hearit and I really love running together, so I really like to run. We did a half marathon a couple years ago. We're training for one now, so hopefully we can compete in that here in a couple of months, which would be pretty fun. So Yeah. So Mrs. Hearit is also a teacher too. She teaches at the Ottawa Area Center, a center-based program for just students with special needs. So she teaches K through 3. She teaches over there, so which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's a little bit about my family. I have a Dynamite Student of the Week board that I'll show you some more pictures of that um, when you get here too. When you usually get to see that at open house, but you'll get to see that on the first day of school. I'll introduce myself a little bit there too to all the kiddos. So as you know, you will have to wear all the students will have to wear masks on first day of school and all the days of school that we have so far that are lined up for us. So this is kind of me in a mask. Down here in the video, you can obviously see me without one. I just want to show you who I am. But these, I'll be wearing a Michigan mask or a black mask, or just I'm gonna go buy some other ones and things like that too. So yeah, these thanks to Mrs. Nelson for making me the Michigan mask and Eli. That's pretty awesome. That's super kind of them to do that. So yeah, so you will have to wear a mask during school, but that's okay. We're gonna make the best of it, and we'll have some mask breaks. So don't worry, you don't have to wear it all day. We can have some mask breaks. We're eating lunch and having a snack, or maybe just like social distancing outside. If we go do some activities outside, we can social distance and have our masks off and things like that. So we'll talk more about that later. Um, Later on the first day of school on some things that we can and can't do and how the masks kind of work at Quincy. So yeah, that's where we're at. So our room is the dinosaur room. We're in C134. Doesn't really matter what the room number. It's just past Mrs. Levensee's, right across from Mrs. Lubin's and Mrs. Dykstra's classroom. So they're still in that. If you aren't in the upper elementary hallway, you are now truly in the upper elementary hallway. So if you're Mrs. Jarzabowski or Mrs. Vandenberg's, you were not, you're in the lower elementary hallway, you now are in the upper elementary hallway, which is pretty cool. So I took 2 pictures of the room here, kind of like panoramic views here. So as you walk in, this is kind of your view. As you know, like there's like no groups of desks. Typically, I like to have like groups of desks so you can collaborate and things like that. But because of COVID-19, we're all spread out, and you'll see all the classrooms at Quincy are kind of like this too. So um, yeah, so they're spread out and they have like little stickers on the bottom of them so they know where they go. Things like that. Everyone is pretty close to 6 feet apart, distance wise, throughout the whole classroom too. So we have 22 students so far. So there's 22 desks, and then an area up here, and then some other areas around, and things like that. So that's our room there. And then we also have a classroom library that is labeled by genre. So I have lots of sports books. I have lots of dinosaur books, lots of chapter books. All of that section on the right over here in this wooden area is all chapter books, which is I know it's you guys love. And Mrs. Levenstein, Mrs. Jarzembowski, and Mrs. Vandenberg, they really opened up the world of chapter books, and we have many, many, many more of those too. So we also have lots of picture books, lots of nonfiction, fiction, storytelling books, and things like that. So we have a great selection of library books in our classroom. So that's kind of over here. So it's a revamped library that we have this year. So when you come into school, you'll have your own desk. So your name tag will not be on the top of your desk, like I think it was last year. It's actually on the front of your desk, so you can't like really like touch it and like pick at it, which is really nice for me because I kind of have I'm a neat freak a little bit. So, so when you guys pick up your name tags, it kind of is like, ugh! But that's okay. So name tags are on the front. So each person has a number. So this is Xander's. Xander's a lucky one. I get to see his desk for today. Um, so Xander is number 22. We have 22 students in our classroom. And then he also has a little dinosaur sticker that's next to it too. So that sticker tells you that he is in the Triceratops group. So there's a T-Rex group, there's a Triceratops group, there's a Gigantosaurus group, a Parasaurolophus, and a Bronchiosaurus group. And those groups correlate with the lockers that we have in the hallway. And we'll kind of talk about that in the first day of school. So those groups, if you're in the Triceratops group, you'll go out in the hallway so we don't have everyone in the hallway all together. So yeah, so you'll be like only 4 or 5 students will be in the hallway at a time, getting their things out of their lockers and stuff like that. And also for this year, I have purchased a little hook for you to have on your desk. You can hook your water bottle up to it. We'll have book bags. You can hook your book bags up to there, so you don't have to keep everything in your desk, just so things can stay off the floor as well. And then a little mini whiteboard eraser. It's a magnetic eraser too, so it sticks to the side of your desk. So that's a little cute little thing that I've purchased for you this year. That'll be nice and easy. Last year, like we had like a bucket full of them. So this year we can really have like a bucket full of erasers. So I decided to get magnetic ones, so they stick on the side of your desk for you. So nice and easy. And hopefully we don't lose them this year. That'd be great. Awesome. So our locker situation. So I said we had lockers. We actually don't have lockers for the start of the year because typically you would share a locker with someone, but because of the situation that we are in, we are not allowed to share lockers, and that's okay. So what we get to do is they're not installed yet because our janitors need to install them, and they haven't. I don't think they've come in yet, so that's okay. But so what we're going to do right outside of our classroom, if you turn sharp left outside of our classroom, we will have actually hooks. And I think we might even do baskets on the floor that we can put some things into. So we won't have lockers. We will have hooks to put our backpacks on, and I'll make sure this will be decorated with dinosaur stuff and things like that to make it nice and fun and warming and welcoming, and making sure that just because we don't have lockers doesn't mean we're any less cool than someone else's. So that's kind of what our situation is for lockers. Those would be distanced apart. And then, so like if you're in a Triceratops group, so if you're in a Triceratops group, there'll be a Triceratops and there'll be a Gigantosaurus, and then Parasaurolophus, and then T-Rex. And then the next one will be Triceratops. So it'll be socially distanced apart when you go out to your lockers and things like that, or when you go out to your hooks to put your things away in your backpack. So that's kind of what that'll be like. There'll be hooks, some baskets down here, and then so you'll be able to hang your things on. So that'll be pretty great. Let's keep going. So recess, everybody loves recess. So this year, recess, you will have to wear your mask out outside of recess, and still try to stay socially distanced apart from your friends. But you can still play with your friends and things like that. So this is the new elementary playground because you guys were on the lower elementary and the upper elementary. So there's lots of playground equipment. There's a huge field that people like to play soccer and baseball and just run around and play football. I love to play football at recess. So if you are a friend that likes to play football, I am usually the all-time quarterback, and it's pretty fun. So if you want to play, you're more than welcome to. And then also this year, we're not able to use the water fountain. So when you come in and out from recess, you should have a water bottle. That's one of the most important things for the start of this year, is making sure that you have a water bottle with your name, your number, first and last name, your name and your number. And then your teacher would probably be great too. My name, Mr. Hearit, on that as well. So we know in case you lose it, or in case you bring it outside, or it's just lost in the hallway or something like that, that we get that back to you. So have a water bottle. Make sure it has a cap on it too, would be great. You can put it on the hook on your desk here or on the floor, whatever you like to do. So you're going to have your own water bottle. We're not allowed to use the drinking fountains. So just a heads up there. So we have these cool drinking water bottle and filling stations that we're going to have in our hallway, which is pretty fun. So as recess. So we're going to have recess before lunch. And this year, we're actually going to have lunch in our classroom. So we'll be eating lunch in our classroom, not the cafeteria this year, which is okay. So yeah, we'll talk about more about that on the first day of school. So you can either order hot lunch. There's two options for hot lunch, like a hot lunch, and then there's like a cold lunch for like maybe a PB&J sandwich or a soy and butter sandwich or something like that. Or you can bring your lunch from home too. So either one of those, you'll have those options to do for lunch. So we'll be eating lunch in the classroom this year. It's a little bit different. We'll kind of go through those procedures on the first day of school. But we have recess before lunch. And what's also really cool is recess is 30 minutes long this year for lunch recess, which is pretty awesome. So you get 30 minutes instead of like the 15 that you had last year at lunch recess. So you get a double recess to kind of get whoever goes out and just to have fun and play and run around like crazy men. So yeah, so that is lunch for this year. And so I sent a letter to all of the families in our class with some of the materials to bring on the first day of school. So I just listed here a bunch of the things that you need to bring. The most important thing, I'm gonna grab this here for a second, is a 3-ring binder. It can be any color that you want to be. Any color. It can be white, green, blue, pink, purple, rainbow, doesn't matter. But what it needs to be is a 3-ring binder. It needs to have a cover on it. So like, I'll kind of try to show this video. So it needs to have a cover on it so we can slip a piece of paper in here so that we can, we're going to put a cover in here. And then also if there's one in the back, that's great too, but the one in the front, so we can put a piece of paper in it, is great. So, and then a 3-ring binder that is a 1/2 inch or an inch. I really wanted to show you this to make sure that these are the kind that we get, because these are going to be like your take home binders. All of your materials, all of your things, not materials, but papers and things we do in school. In case we have to go back to remote learning, you're going to have some resources in here that kind of help you with your remote learning stuff that'll go in these 3-ring binders. So that's kind of what this is about. So this is going to be the most important thing. This is going to be like, I don't know what to say, but it's me. This is super important. So this will be your lifeline for the year. So this is going to be called our Dino books. So you're going to have your Dino books, lots of cool stuff in it. So make sure you get one of those. And then all the other things on this list too. Some headphones for sure, because we're going to use iPads a lot this year. A lot of remote stuff, not as many paper and pencil things. A lot of things on the iPad, which is going to be pretty fun. You guys actually have, so last year you guys had mini iPads. You guys actually have full size iPads this year, which is pretty great, with brand new covers for them, which is awesome. So, so yeah, have some headphones. Don't need to be anything super expensive or anything super bulky. Just ones that can go into an iPad. Yeah, I think those are the 2 highlighted things that I wanted to put on here. But you can also, this is the same exact list that I sent home in a letter that we sent home earlier this week or last week. So yeah, that is the end of our virtual open house. So like I said, I am so excited to see you. I was talking to Mrs. Hearit the other day, and we were talking because she's really excited to go back to her classroom too. We were just talking about how blessed we are to be able to teach at the schools that we do and have such great principals. Mrs. Afsey is amazing, and like I can't wait to see you guys. So it's gonna be an awesome year. But before you come in on Tuesday next week, I would like you to send me a video or a picture of yourself. So if you're not cool with video, I get a little nervous when I'm on video too. So if I'm talking too fast or stumbling over my words, that's why, because I get a little nervous too. But so please email a video or a picture of yourself, since we couldn't see each other in person today, and tell me what you are most excited for this school year. Tell me what you're most excited for. And then parents, I want you to respond to the virtual open house email, so I know that you are correct, like so that I know that you got the email and that you visited the open house video that we had. So yeah, and then also if you have any questions or anything like that, so just say, hi, I got your virtual open house email. We watched the video. We're excited to see you. It's coming September 1st on Tuesday. Yeah, and then if it's a video or picture would be great with your students. So just tell me that you got the email and things like that. So that's like your first little assignment. But I just want to know, I want to see your face. You can put your mask on. You don't have to have your mask on with your video. Maybe show me both. That'd be pretty cool to see what kind of your cool face masks that you guys have coming to school. So yeah, like I said, super pumped to see you guys. I can't wait to get started this year. So if you have any questions or emails, feel free to have your parents or your guardians email me. That'd be great. Can't wait to see you guys. Have a good one.